Oh, you heard my phone vibrating first before I could even say hello. Hello. How are we doing? I just heard my own voice. That was disgusting. Hello. How are we doing today? Steffi and Kitten Mama and Sari and Kier and Rev and Steve and Ghost. Hello. I love you all. Thank you for being here. Did I miss anybody? Hello. It is time to be gay and be trans and do crimes. Hi, Mal. I love you. I hope you're doing well. It is time to read. I keep telling myself I need to make a cup of tea before I do the reading streams because it's cozy. It's good for my voice. Blah, 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 blah. And then I run out of time every single time I do that. Every single time. I'm like... Like today, I was playing Stardew and I was just having from like 4:30 p.m. this afternoon, my brain was like, hey, we're going to shift into waiting mode for stream tonight. It's time for waiting mode. And I was like, no, 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 no. We still have a couple of hours before I have to stream at 7. Plenty of time between then and now. And then I was fighting so hard against my brain going into waiting mode that then I was playing Stardew and forgot the time. Hi, dog. I love you. I hope you're doing well. Why did I join when you say it's time to be trans and gay? Because we are always trans and gay around here. That's our secret, Cap. I need to fix my hair. Hang on. It is always, always time to be trans and gay. Especially when you're around here. Be as gender funky as you want to be. Not the butt kiss again. Oh my god. Stop kissing butts. We have the cat butt emote, but I refuse to have a butt kiss emote. I feel like that would just be too weird. It'd be a bit too weird for the vibe around here. But we do have cat butt because what person who has ever owned a cat has not had their cat shove their butt directly in their face? Is Buttspot just Testier secretly? I've never seen Testier and Buttspot in the same room. So who knows? We might have just cracked the code. Realized today that while looking at my Guardian, it looks so much like me and my PNG. So what you're saying is, you like things to be a specific way. Oh? That's funny. I am saying nothing. So you're not saying that you want like horns and red skin and really cool glasses? Because like, as you can tell, I kind of do. Don't know what game to open. I think you should play Coral Island. Or Kitty Game. I don't know if you bought Kitty Game. It is going to take all of my fucking willpower next week to wait until Friday to restart Little Kitty Big City. I am going to try really hard. Oh yeah, that's right. Steffi mentioned that it was on Game Pass. I feel like that was Steffi that said that. It downloading right now. Let's go. Yes, okay. Sometimes I remember things and then I forget about them until someone mentions it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I knew that at one point. Lady was mad about the lemons. Produce lady also gets mad if you steal bananas, but not the first lemon. I stole both lemons to go throw them in the trash, and she only wanted the one back. First lemon's free. She's like, ah, little scamp is getting away with one of my fruits, but not a second one. Nuh-uh. She got angry with me for the first lemon, but not the apple. So does she have just like a favorite lemon that she's just wildly protective of? Is that what's going on? Honestly, the Game Pass is so damn good, but I am not sure if I have time for all the indie games. Yeah, I feel like that is an issue. Is not having the time to use the thing or play the game, or because like my brother has always been a humble bundle enjoyer, and he's like, oh yeah, I get all of these games all for like this really cheap price, and I'm like, cool, you have like 4,000 games on your Steam library. How many have you played? And he's never finished Fallout 4 because he keeps getting distracted in the game and building settlements and then stopping playing for a little bit and then has to restart. That lemon is her son. My nemesis is what you're saying. I did not accidentally close Chrome. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I've also never done that ever in my life. Never. I definitely did not do that at some point recently where something, I think I had like just rated into someone, and like sometimes when I'm finishing stream I have to like I have to pause my music, I have to stop streaming, pause my music, close OBS, and close the extra tab of the stream that always opens because I have my mod view open on this monitor. And I usually open the person that I'm rating on my other monitor so that I am through ads or whatever, and I'm already in there and ready to chat. And I rated in, and I closed the one browser that I usually close, and then I scrolled right on over and I closed the first one. And I was like, well, shit. And then I had to like scramble to get their stream back open. The controller has so much fur in it. Beans is a gamer, apparently. Beans is the biggest gamer. The most gamer that has ever gamered. It's gotten to the point where I have like one of those like little closable buckets that you can get for like $1 at like the Dollar Tree. And I put my controllers in that with a lid so that they don't get dust or hair or whatever on them, or at least if they do, it's less so than if they're sitting out. In the regular weather. Beans can do a 5-gen loop. I've seen it. Beans is actually like one of the most cracked comp Dead by Daylight gamers. You don't want to 1v1 them at Shack. Nope. Nico is still sleeping in my laundry basket, just in case you guys were wondering. I still have not done my laundry because I don't want to disturb her. She is a little gremlin. Beans is an honorary member of the DVD comp team. PP's anonymous. That was honestly such an era of the community. Kind of miss it sometimes. Of course, I also just miss enjoying Dead by Daylight at all. Hi, Devil. I love you. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, when we'd have fun as PPs are not the only time. Okay, sometimes I get really overwhelmed with new games. So I got really stressed when we would do that. For some reason, Uno was so stressful for me. I just don't like board games, card games, whatever. Stressed me out. And then we were playing like in a team, and I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know where the button was that you were supposed to press when you actually got Uno. Yeah, I miss those days. However, that just means we have to find another game that is not as stressful that we can play together. Although that might be even more difficult to do, considering Kier C has a full-time job during the week, and Cam is extremely busy as well. So who knows if that's actually gonna happen. Uno was a psyop by relationship counselors to ruin friendships and marriages to boost counseling attendances. You know what? You know what? I commit to that conspiracy as well. I'm in. I'm with it. That and Monopoly, yep. It's the board games conspiracy. The only time that I like actually really enjoyed playing Uno was when there was that version that was like really popular for a while, where it came with like a little like machine, and it would actually like shoot cards out at people if they had to like draw 4. It would just spit cards out at them. And I have no idea why I just like that so much, except for just seeing my grandmother get smacked in the face with Uno cards. It was just really, really funny. Destroy my family at Monopoly every time and they hate me for it. Sucks to suck. Just tell them to get good. Same with Mario Party. Miyamoto is the pocket of big marriage counselor. Yeah. Honestly, I would commit. I would commit to this. I'm in on it. This conspiracy and the conspiracy that MMR doesn't actually fucking exist in Dead by Daylight. I will die on those hills. MMR is made up. I do miss the days of us playing Dead by Daylight and actually like having fun and goofing off and everything. But I feel like we can just like try to play some other games. Maybe. We need to play Baldur's Gate again. I know we don't want to play it on stream anymore. At least Kier doesn't want to, but we need to play Baldur's Gate as the fruits again. It seems like every time I like go to play Baldur's Gate co-op with someone, we just end up stopping. Just stop playing together. Admittedly, it is kind of difficult to get a group of people together and in the right headspace to do stuff together as a team. But I also just kind of like really want to see how the ending goes when you're in a co-op save. And the closest that I've gotten is with Kier in our co-op save that we were playing on her stream for a while. But also I haven't been playing as much Baldur's Gate recently because Stardew has taken over my entire brain. Okay, so we are starting in chapter 8 today. We are continuing to read Most Ardently by Gabe Cole-Novoa. And it is very, very good so far. I've read through the entire book. I listened to the audiobook and it was very, very good. I'm very excited to share it with people. Literally start another co-op save with you just so we can play again. Oh, whoa. So that I can carry you through the game so that you can actually finish it. /J. Anyway. And just to like do a little recap, the past couple of chapters, Oliver, the main character, went to the fair, went to a ball, saw Bingley and Darcy. Darcy was a dick. And then Oliver went out as himself in masculine clothes, kind of like undercover, to a fair, met up with Bingley and Darcy again. Darcy was completely different. There's a little bit of flirting happening between Darcy and Oliver, obviously. They went to like this gentleman's club thing where there's food and gambling, and still a little bit confused about how popular that was. But then while Oliver was sneaking back into his house, his father caught him sneaking in, and there was a very, very wholesome, very beautiful moment. Hi Testier, I love you. I hope you're doing well. Where Oliver comes out to his dad, and his dad accepts him, and it tried to make me cry live on stream, and it literally made me cry when I was listening to the audiobook by myself. And then Jane left to go to the Bingleys' estate in the rain so that she would get sick. All of this was her mother's idea. I know a lot of people have actually already listened to the real version or read the real version of Pride and Prejudice, but I just figured we could just like recap a little bit. I don't think I want to set the timer. I think I want to do it by chapter, because it feels a little bit awkward pausing in the middle of the chapter to do a break, you know? Yes, but then Oliver went to the Bingleys' estate to be with Jane while she was sick. Last time my father caught me, he threw me out of heaven and caused an impact that killed the dinosaurs when I struck the Yucatan Peninsula and punched through Earth's crust and into hell. Thank you so much. Dads, am I right? Yeah, I know. No, they can't all be Mr. Bingley. Mr. Bingley? No, not Mr. Bingley. Mr. Bennett. My bad. There are many names. Hey, Jax, I love you. I hope you're doing well. And a general self-care check before we get into the reading. Make sure that everybody has got their tea and is ready to get cozy and has had a snack and has taken their meds. Mal, have you taken your meds? And everybody else, any meds coming in that you need to take? Make sure that you take those. Wear your blue light glasses if you have them. Take a screen break if you don't. Wear your protective glasses if you're Rev. Spicy. Let's see. Stop shrimping. Sit up straight. Stop sitting on your tailbone. Let's see. What else do I normally say? Put on chapstick or lotion if you need it. Be kind to yourself and give your pets a pat. I'm laying in bed sick. Oh, Jax, I'm really sorry. That sucks. Hopefully you can get some rest and feel better. I don't think I've ever had to read that book. Really interesting. Like I never had to read it, but at one point I wanted to read the other Pride and Prejudice remix book that I've read called Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. And I realized that I should probably actually read the real Pride and Prejudice if I'm going to read Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. And so then I listened to the audiobook for the actual Pride and Prejudice story, which was a little bit confusing, I'm not gonna lie, because of the way that people talked. I was not very smart. Ah, jump scare doggo. Maybe I'll add Pride and Prejudice after I'm done reading the complete fiction of H.P. Lovecraft and also Trevor Henderson's book. That sounds like a lot to read, so good luck with that. I'm always a little bit iffy on H.P. Lovecraft stuff. I know that he was like, he's a well-respected author in this space, but also he did some things that weren't that great. Racism. Yeah, there it is. Never liked Jane Austen. That was not a popular take at my college. Honestly, I feel like you should just be able to like what you like and not like what you don't like. I read Catcher in the Rye, and I thought it was just a bunch of bullshit. There's literally nothing cohesive about it at all. And I didn't enjoy it very much. 51 hours of book. I'm down to 3 hours. Wow. That's a lot. I think it was a book that a lot of schools used to have people read. Yeah. I probably would have had to read it in high school, but I didn't go to high school, so I got around that. Yeah, I'm sorry, Jax. Hopefully you can get some rest and start to feel better. Hopefully you've taken some kind of medicine that can help you feel a little bit better as well. I know that sometimes number one, I'm stupid and I don't take medicine when I don't feel well, and that is not smart. So long as you don't have any other medicines that would mess with it, always take medicine to help yourself feel better. Some of his fiction is downright painful to listen to, but some of his descriptions are fabulously frightening. Interesting. Yeah. I'm always just like, H.P. Lovecraft, you know, he did some things. So like maybe it's not something that I personally read. I think we read a part of Catcher in the Rye, but not the whole thing. I think we used sections of it to show how the narrator was not a reliable narrator. That is true. He was quite not reliable and also made no fucking sense. It was just like rambling. And I like read the whole thing and I was just like, what did I learn from that? Nothing. What is the general overarching story? I don't remember. And yet I saw them in a limitless stream, flopping, hopping, croaking, bleeding, surging inhumanely toward the spectral moonlight in a grotesque, malignant saraband of fantastic nightmare. That is a lot of words. That teenagers suck. Yeah, pretty much. Understanding Lovecraft's life and upbringing really frames his work and worldview. I firmly believe that Howard was heavily neurodivergent. Aren't we all, though? The only old books I've read were To Kill a Mockingbird and The Great Gatsby. And I didn't even read the entire middle section of Gatsby. Honestly, the middle section of Gatsby is probably better than the ending. I had a really, really annoying, brief Great Gatsby obsession phase, which kind of resurged a little bit when I was looking at the remixed history like books that the Most Ardently is actually part of. Hi Sal, I love you. I hope you're doing well. And like it is a retelling of Great Gatsby where both Nick and Gatsby are trans. He had too delicate a constitution for math. That's a legit description from his biography. Can I describe myself with that? Can I use that? Because I am terrible with math. Came from a concert and watched the results of Eurovision as soon as I got home. Interesting. I have not seen too much of Eurovision this year. And I can't tell if that's because I simply have just not seen any of it or if because of certain things that are going on in the world. I don't know if I still have it right now. My brother was the last one with it, so who knows? I bought a copy and it is in my closet right now because I don't have an actual bookshelf. One of these days I will have a bookshelf again, but until then all of my books are piled up in the corner of my closet. And that makes me a little bit sad because I loved my bookshelf for a very long time. Switzerland won, by the way. It was in such a good song by a non-binary singer. Interesting. Not very good considering the state of the world right now. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen too much about it. I feel like the past couple of years, people have been like obsessed with it and like laughing about it and talking about it and everything, but this year it's very quiet. Yeah, I wasn't feeling it. They're all, that me with my K-pop albums, they're all on the top shelf of my wardrobe and I have no idea where I'm going to put the new 17 album next week. Probably up on the shelf with it. possibly. Riddled with anxiety, heavily asexual, and possibly suffering from a lesser form of schizophrenia that his mother had, so that frames all his fear of everything other than Providence, Rhode Island. You know, I do feel like there's a very huge discussion to be had about how many authors in the past have probably struggled with neurodivergency, because like back in the day when you were an author, you just fucked off to the middle of fucking nowhere and you just wrote your little books and you did your little things and you sent your book off to someone who would publish it, and somebody always fucking did. Nowadays, authors have to like be an online presence and have to like be in the spotlight and like sell their own book and like do all of these things. Like, when can we get back to being an author who lives in the middle of fucking nowhere in the woods? Like, sell their own book. Yeah. Probably not fit. It's meant to be shown facing toward or forward. And if I do that, it will cover a lot of my albums. Oh no. Never felt like framing an author's situation ever made me feel better. Yep, that is also fair. There is a lot of personal interpretation and like care that also goes into it. Like, there is a conversation to be had about how many authors probably suffered from neurodivergency, mental health issues, but also how many of those authors were very racist, and how much do we want to dive into what made them who they are. Ban cell. I need to make a ban command that just pops up and is like, hey, yeah, hey, fuck them, like Cam has. An author living in the middle of nowhere right next to his mama who does his laundry. Hey, listen, I do my own laundry. Doesn't excuse the heavy racism, but it helps to understand why he was such a wreck of a man. HB should have stood for horrible phobias. Honestly, it could. Cried 2 times during the concert. 1 time because I emphasized with the singer, and 2nd because I related to a song, and almost a 3rd time because 2 artists who I loved as a teen popped up out of nowhere. Oh. Hopefully good cries though. Sometimes you see stuff and seeing it and seeing someone with similar experiences is comforting, which is why I've been enjoying Most Ardently so much. Oh, left punk band, they sang about punching the system and Nazis. No need to make me bawl my eyes out. Interesting. Just funny to see people translate one-to-one sometimes. Now you've made me curious. What does that mean? I am not even joking when I say the bookshelf is a shit show. I have way too many books and not enough space for them. I should show you guys a picture of my bookshelf. Hang on. Do I have a picture I can access quickly? My bookshelf that I had for a very long time that sadly did not make it into this room. I'm gonna have to go back a while. was made out of like a couple of pieces of wood that my dad repurposed when we moved here. I have to find one. I have one around here somewhere, I think. My shelf is bowing in the middle, oh no. Oh, this picture is crooked. Oh, that one's messy. Hang on. Let me crop this just slightly. I'll show this to the fruits. You guys get to see it first. Hang on. I'm gonna send it to general because I don't know where else to send it. But yeah, this was my bookshelf for a very long time. Sorry about the lopsided kind of like tilting picture, but I'm an idiot sometimes. But yeah, this bookshelf was like made out of several pieces of wood that my dad like repurposed into a bookshelf for me. And it was just a bunch of stuff just piled on it. I have like a glass that my friend got me. I have books facing this way and that way, the Hunger Games section with the hardback. And the movies, a couple of pop vinyls, bottles that I used to collect. And this does not even include like a lower section down here where I had even more books just piled up that I just like kind of like shoved in little spots where I had like gotten books for like cheap at like a sale or the Goodwill or something. I also love the Cinder series. Oh, that is quite a few books, I will say, that you've got in there. Oh, what is this book right here? This book has lost its skin. Heartstopper. Beloved. Anyway, that is a dictionary from 2012. Interesting. Did someone hate the dictionary? But yeah, I wish I had my bookshelf back, but I don't. Sadly. Yes, Fruits Inc. Oh, you know what's funny is that I I had a very similar shelf like this. Hang on. I had a very similar shelf like this where it's like several tiers. The printer in the middle of it is a vibe. Also, I see the pop vinyl respect. I was in someone's stream the other day and they rated into someone else who was saying that owning pop vinyls was a red flag. And I was like, okay, fuck you. Real actual models are expensive as fuck. Leave me alone. Oh, that's cool. I like sunflowers. Is that a Stitch? Wait. This is very important. Is that a Stitch butt right there? Dude, I fucking love Stitch. That is cool. I love the fact that you just have clips everywhere as well. That's such a vibe. Ah, TikToks. Anyway. I have a few, hold on. Oh, whoa. Give me a sec, I gotta join that too, okay. This is gonna end up not being a reading stream, we're just gonna talk about bookshelves. Instead of actually reading the book, we're just gonna think about books. I love Funko Pops. Yeah, I had like a pretty brief like era of where I would always buy Funko Pops because they were just fun. Like literally right in front of me, sitting at my desk right now, is a Funko Pop of the Soul Survivor. No. It's the main character from Fallout 3. And I thought it was very cool because this one was actually the feminine character. Because a lot of times places focus on the masculine character. And I actually found like the female character and I was like, wow, that's really cool. And so I bought it. And that's still to this day one of my favorite ones. My old one was a lot nicer, or was nicer. I mostly got the first ones because they were like the only AHS merch there was. Oh, interesting. Is that American Horror Story that you're referencing? Oh, wow. That is cool. The weight of it. Or that's just the camera angle, but it does look like it's bowing in the middle. Oh, and you got the little figurines and the little cards and stuff. Heartstopper. Beloved. More stitches and candles and Pusheen. This is so good. I have exactly one plush that I sleep with that lays on my bed all the time, and it is a Stitch plush that I got from Disney Springs, and that is the only one that I have. And as soon as I saw the butt, I was like, wait a second. The Stitch in the middle is weighted. This one? No, this one. I feel like that would be a good time. Oh, nice. I have like, oh, you have Groot. That's cool. Oh, the actual action figures. Action figures? The actual like figurines. Nice. This sorry, hang on. That photo card that is on the far left is only there because he is bent in the middle. Oh no. This one? This one. That one. Oh, I don't know. That is the only visible photo card here. Okay, well, Sari, my love, I don't know what the difference is. I am old and also out of touch. I don't know what things are. Oh yeah, you painted that. Oh, okay, that's cool. That is very cool. Yeah, I miss my my bookshelf. Cuz it doesn't exist anymore. I am old. All right, listen, it's true. I'm out of touch. I'm out of touch with the youths these days. The youths and their baseball cards that are actually Korean band members. I am butt pop. No. Just no. Buttspot has a lot to say. And not all of it is very good. Anyway. But like the whole thing about my bookshelf being in non-existent and all of my books being in the closet is one of the biggest reasons why I bought Most Ardently on my on like Google, so that I could read it on my phone. The two on top of the 17 albums are binders with photo cards in them, and the one on top of the TXT albums have my TXT pre-order benefit photo cards from TXT's second last album in it. I will not remember any of that information, but thank you so much for telling me. That is very cool. I am Grandpa. 90% of my books are Five Nights at Freddy's. There are books for Five Nights at Freddy's? You were confused, so I explained. Thank you. I appreciate you explaining. I have two bookshelves filled with manga and then some normal books stored in a box. Yeah. I have most of my books in a closet. Yes, Mal, what's up? Yeah, I've never played Five Nights at Freddy's. I've never even really watched anyone play it. Like, I know that Markiplier or somebody was like really into it. I've never seen anything about it. One of these days, I'm gonna do like another subathon, or I'm gonna do like a charity stream or something like that, and I'm gonna put Five Nights at Freddy's on that incentive list, and then I'm gonna have to play it. But I don't know when that's gonna be, so there are books, comics, and even like drawing books and stuff. Really interesting. I need to turn down the brightness on my tablet. They deserve a better home than they have. Half of my books are from my late thesis advisor's collection, so. My friend's friend bought him Markiplier's OnlyFans for his birthday last year. What the fuck? Huh? What? Honestly, like, respect. Nothing bad to be said about Markiplier's OnlyFans. It is the, it's the buying it for your friend. That is tripping me up just a little bit. Just pretend. I'm just gonna pretend I never seen that. I respect it. I have all of the above, not all books, but all kinds. Interesting. Yeah, I know that there is like a lot of lore and stuff in like Five Nights at Freddy's, and one of these days I'm gonna have to play it. I don't think I'll be particularly good at it, but it is something that eventually has to happen. Because you cannot exist on this earth long enough not to have played it or watch someone else play it. It's one of August's IRLs. Interesting. Very into Five Nights at Freddy's lore, but don't enjoy the games at all. I'm honestly kind of scared to like look into the lore. Just bought Little Kitty Big City, let's go. Try not to glitch yourself into a building like I did. Because that's kind of hard to get out of. I'm pretty sure August did not buy it for him. Just to clarify, though, I would not be surprised if he did something like that. Yeah. Honestly, it would. The more that I think about it, the more it would be kind of funny. But only if you like had a really good friendship with someone. And you know that they wouldn't feel weirded out by it. I played to the Apple Hat, but then I got EP. Good night, Steffi. I am going to have to really, really, really try really hard to stick to my schedule that I have planned for next week. I have been doing so well with the schedules, but I can already feel the fact that I have to wait until next Friday to play more Little Kitty Big City, and then we're gonna have to like start over. And that's gonna be rough. That's gonna be rough. Someone who just loves Five Nights at Freddy's and Kingdom Hearts lore is more complicated. Okay, so it's less complicated than Kingdom Hearts. I am relieved by that, because I know the Kingdom Hearts is really fucking confusing. It was before I met the friend, and so when August just threw us into a group chat with him, we were like, wait, so you're the one who has Mark's OnlyFans? Wouldn't that be such a great way of like people knowing you? Just be like, oh, you're the one with Markiplier's OnlyFans. That is quite an impression to make, I will say. I have played like the first 2 Kingdom Hearts games, and I started playing like one of the ones that was on like the DS or something, and then I didn't get to finish it because I was playing it on my friend's DS, and they were like, fuck you. They like the funny thing is that they like offered me, because we were like hanging out, and this is like the friend that we always like would hang out and play games separately but like in the same room, and like I went over to their house and they were like, hey, I have like a couple of games that you can like choose to play from. Do you want to play like an ad's gonna start in about a minute. Do you want to play like the 360 over whatever the game name was? And I was like, yeah, I've never played that. I want to try it out. And then like when I went to leave, they were like, wow, you sure hogged the DS the whole time. And I was just like, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was an issue. You asked me what I wanted to play, and I said I'd never played that before. Like, what do you want from me? Kids are so weird. That's a game I played as a kid. That's what got me into Kingdom Hearts. Nice. I was very confused by the little bit that I played. Never played on DS, but on PlayStation 2. I could be using the wrong like system or the wrong game name. My memory has faded with time. I don't remember. There is gonna be an ad that plays in just about a moment, in just a moment, and after the ad, we will actually start reading. Because so far we have done no reading whatsoever, which honestly I'm not mad about. I like chatting. Like one of the first games that I ever played was Kingdom Hearts on my brother's PlayStation 2. And I like only got to play it after my brother had like, oh, there we go, there's the ads. I'm just gonna listen to music. I don't even have to switch scenes. Anyway, hello. The ads should be over. Or at least they will be over in about 10 extra seconds. Twitch loves to lie about stuff. That is perhaps why I know no things. My sister kind of took over the PlayStation 2, so that kind of kicked me out of gaming for a long time. Oh no. Yeah, my brother was the one that had the PlayStation 2. And I only got to play with it after he had gotten himself an actual gaming PC. And even then I would have to ask him if I can play it, and then he'd be like, no. And then I have to go to my parents and be like, can I play the PlayStation 2? He's not even using it. And then they'd have to be like, oh, you need to let them play with the PlayStation 2. You're not even using it. And he'd be like, fine. And then I could play it. I feel like you wanting to play Rune Factory happened not that long ago as well. I feel like that happened. Being born with a PP makes your opinion the final one in my family. It was supposed to be mine. Oh no, I'm sorry. My brother forced me to play on his PlayStation 2. He wanted me to be a gamer. That's a vote of confidence that not a lot of younger siblings get. Myself included. I played Kingdom Hearts, the 2 games. Struggled so much with the first one. The second one was easier. And then I also played this game called Gungrave, which my dad didn't want me to play because it sounds very not rated for kids, and it wasn't, but I played it anyway. Being 2 years apart from your sibling is not fun. Yeah, me and my brother are 7 years apart in age. Which is quite a long time compared to other people. Longer ago than I thought I played it. Last played it in November. You know, I have been thinking a lot about how it's weird that we are already in May. I feel like it was literally just January, 2 seconds ago. Me and my brother too. What is this? I don't know. Same brain cell. I keep seeing things online where they will be somebody will talk about what they think is a really niche thing that happened to them when they were younger, and then everybody else will come through I actually experienced that too, and then everybody's like, did we actually all have the same experiences growing up? Actually, are we all the same person without really realizing it? It was literally October last week. Yep. If you are wondering if gender is complicated for me for every freaking reason. Yeah, Steffi, I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm supposed to be reading. That is technically what I was supposed to be doing tonight, although I do enjoy our conversations and talking about things. Are you the young? Yes, I am the younger. I am the younger sibling. The name chapter Freefall just came out last week. What do you mean? Minisode 3 tomorrow came out over a month ago. I refuse to believe it's been that long already. I don't know exactly what you're referring to, but time is an illusion. and completely made up. And whatever philosophical shit Steve says, something relative to the observer. I don't know. He's too smart. He's too smart, and I can't remember things. Freefall was the album that came out when we were playing Baldur's Gate 3 in October. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Tomorrow is the one that came out on April 1st. Haha, April Fools. Got you. But more but. That's I think that's just what Buttsbot thinks all the time. It's like, but? No, we need more but in this conversation. And so then it copies whatever you're saying and adds more buts to it. That is quite literally what Buttsbot does. Still need to buy a copy of Tomorrow, maybe in June. You buy a lot of things, and I'm like, I don't know what that is, but I hope they bring you joy. Because I can't say anything. I buy games all the time. It's literally just what you enjoy and what you want to spend your money on. Like cat game. Anyway, would we like to actually start reading? Or do we want to continue talking about things? Only bought 3 things since I bought my laptop, and 2 of those were games. Okay, yeah, that's fair. To put my duvet cover back on, you got this, Steffi. And the other was a $125 plushie. Oh yes, maybe that was what was in my mind. Both are good. Yeah, I've actually been like really enjoying talking. I've always wanted to like do more chatting where we just talk about random bullshit. But I've always been scared of the just chatting category because I know that people come in through the category and they be really weird and they like say weird things. And then Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions came out and I was like, that's kind of fun. And then Steffi bought it for me, and I will always appreciate that. It's a good thing we have Spirit City now. I am simply lying on the sofa. I love that for you. But yeah, I've been thinking, obviously you had heard about Spirit City. And of course I looked at it and Steve already owned it. And I was like, wow, Rev is right. Steve owns every game that comes out. And I'd seen it and I kind of like put it on my wish list, but I was not in the mindset to do anything new because I was still playing Baldur's Gate and Minecraft and Stardew Valley. And then I got it in my head that I wanted to do like reading streams. And I was like, if I like do the little lo-fi in the background and like the comfy game, then it doesn't have to just be my PNG in front of my background, which for some reason feels weird. Felt weird when I did it last time. Of course, the last time I did it, I was PopCat. So that was just naturally a little bit weirder. Hi, Tay. I love you. I hope you're doing well. Okay. I think we are actually going to actually start reading. I was gonna buy it when I saw it on your wish list and then was like, what if he doesn't really want it? Steffi, I'm gonna be so for real with you. I have 69 games on my wish list and I actually literally want to play every single one. Whether or not I play it like more than a couple of times will depend very greatly on my mood and like what kind of game it is, but I love all games. Nice. Yeah, I know. I don't know where I got the idea of always having 69 games on my wish list, but anytime one of them comes off, I have to put another one on. Imagine reading like a dweeby. I know. I am one of those people that I genuinely love video games, and I really, there's not much of like a kind of game that I don't actually like. Like, I am not as much of a fan of like multiplayer online games, you know, a lot like Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight is the outlier and should not be counted. But like games like that usually aren't my kind, like a lot like Overwatch, Apex, although those are free to play. What's another one? Like Shadow, what was it? I don't remember what the game is. Never mind. I didn't want it. It's not on my wish list. Why am I trying to remember what it is? Hi, Peony. I love you. I hope you're doing well. I just have a bunch of games I want to buy myself eventually on my wish list. Yeah, that is usually what I have on my wish list, is games that I want to buy eventually. It's not, my wish list isn't really supposed to be there so that people will go and they'll look through it and they'll buy me stuff. It's so that next time there's a sale, I can just look at my wish list and see games that are on sale that I actually know for a fact that I want and stuff. So like I can just go straight to that. Of course, then that means that anytime a game gets bought off of my wish list, I have to put another one on there. We are so alike. Yes, we share the same brain cell. The same brain cell, and I'm pretty sure I lost it in the wash again. So sorry. Some I already owned on other consoles, like the Danganronpa games. Wow. Wow. What, Kiersey? Unbelievable. What? Oh, I lost a brain cell. Oh, yeah, I'd forgotten what I had said already. So sorry. Why are you washing the brain cell? It got covered in sand. I live in Florida. I don't go outside, but there's still sand. I'm grounded from the brain cell. No. Aw, man. You don't leave the house. Listen, other people in my house leave the house and then they come back in and they drag in sand on their shoes. So thus there's sand in the house. I hope you're doing well today, Peony. Very good to see you. It's hand wash only. I don't have the patience to hand wash things. The tag on my binder said, hey, don't wash this. And I said, what if I did anyway? And then I washed it and then it was fine. I guess it didn't say don't wash this. Everybody said it's best to hand wash your binder. And I was like, I think I tried it once. And then it took forever to dry. And I realized that my binder is already a little bit loose because it's a little bit too big because I didn't measure correctly. So I think it can survive a couple of little washes in the washing machine. hand wash my binder because I am scared. Yeah, that's fair. The only reason I wash it in the washer is because I do my own laundry in my own house. I do my own laundry and I fold it and I put it away. If I was having anyone else do my laundry or anything like that, or somebody was taking it to a public place to do the laundry, I would not feel comfortable. Measuring for binders is hard. It is very difficult, especially when you don't have actually like proper like measurement tape or anything, and you just kind of do your best. Probably a little bit big, but I also kind of wanted it to be on the big side because I was scared of it getting stuck on me. I am a walking trans flag and my family just does not perceive, does not see. Nope. Not at all. Yeah, family can be weird where there's like very obvious signs of transness, queerness, neurodivergency, mental illness sometimes, and family will just be like, oh no, they're perfectly fine. And it's like, no, I have anxiety and depression. Things are not fine. But because like, I think it's like because people are just like so close sometimes. They're too close to something to see it properly kind of thing. Literally bought tailor's tape so I could measure for my binder. I used a piece of string and measured it that way. It was not very good, but I did my best. I've been thinking about buying another binder, one that's a little bit tighter, because the one that I do have is a bit loose. And so it doesn't, obviously, when it comes to binding your chest, unless your chest is already pretty small, if you use a binder, there's no way that it is completely flat, but mine, does not flatten as much as it could. Probably. I was scared of getting one that was too tight and then being unable to get it off. Because I was obsessively watching videos on YouTube about like binders and stuff. And somebody mentioned that they like needed assistance getting it off for the first time, and I was like, that's not gonna work out in my house. Smile. I have a tailor's tape in the shitty sewing kit I bought in trying to be an adult. Honestly, respect. My dad's side of the family is literally almost all autistic, and that's where I thought I got autism from, but it turns out my mom is most definitely autistic, and that's where I actually got it from. I got my autism from my father. Depending on your relationship with your father, that might be the best or worst thing that you have inherited from him. Well, I live alone. Imagine going to a neighbor like, excuse me. Excuse me. Could I ask for your assistance, please? As Olivia Rodrigo says, I am my father's daughter. I respect that. I got it, I think, a lot from my mother's side. Because, like, I've talked about how my grandfather on my mother's side was absolutely 100% autistic. Like, No doubt about it. The man had no way of expressing his emotions, and also just a giant train set in his garage that no one else was allowed to go into or play with, even though he had like 18 kids. It is neutral. I don't know. I don't speak to that man ever. We just sit there and coexist. It's so funny. Honestly, sometimes that is the best case scenario. It's just existing in awkward silence with someone. We're just both so awkward. Yeah, I respect that. I thought it was funny I was talking to my family. I feel like I've said this before, but I was talking to my family about autism and how it's a scale and how I think I'm autistic, and my parents always thought that my brother was autistic, but I wasn't. Let's not get into that. And my dad, I was talking about how my grandfather was definitely autistic, and he just had no way of like expressing or like learning about that in his time. And my dad was like, wow, I'm so glad I'm just really into cars. And I had to stop myself from being like, buddy, you can be autistic and like cars. My guy, that's a special interest. You are... You're right there. Oh my god. That is for real autistic. I swear to god, ain't no way he isn't. It is very funny that we can look at our parents and be like, yes, yes, I see where I get it from. But they can't look at us and be like, yes, this person is exactly like me in this way, and that is because we are both autistic. No, it's like, this child acts exactly like me, and that pisses me off. So I'm gonna get mad about it. His special interest, cars. I feel like that's a lot of dad's special interests. I think my mom has autism. Yeah, what's funny is that I've talked to my mom about this, and she's talked about it, about how when she's really focused on something, she like doesn't like to be interrupted while she's really focusing on something. And when someone interrupts her while she's working and focusing on this, she comes across as short and like kind of aggressive and kind of mean. But she doesn't actually mean to be mean. She's just frustrated with getting distracted by something else while she was working on this thing that she was focusing on. And the problem is that she has gotten pissed off at me several times because I will be in the middle of playing Dead by Daylight, specifically, is the game that usually does it, and I will be like really focusing on like looping or like doing gens or something. I'll be really focusing on that, and then someone will come in and they will like try to talk to me while I'm doing this, and I will kind of like snap at them just a little bit and be like, what do you want? No, I can't do that right now. I'm in the middle of something. Okay, go away. And my mom has gotten mad at me over doing that. And I finally looked at her and I was like, okay, girl, we gotta talk, because you do the same exact thing. I'm not actually mad at the person that comes to talk to me. I am just really focused. And you distracting me from what I'm focused on disrupts me, and I am a little bit short. But I'm not actually like angry. I'm not pissed off. I'm not like giving you attitude. I'm just trying to focus, and it's frustrating to be distracted from what I'm doing. Which is also why sometimes I like will go on a tangent and tell a story, and then I will have to stop for a second and then read chat, because it's focusing and having that focus be disrupted. And then after that she was like, oh, you're right. And I'm like, yeah, I'm right. I fucking know things. My mom has ADHD, My dad has bought so many cars, so many fuck cars just to work on them. Sorry, my brain really struggled with that. My dad also has done that. Every car that my family has bought has had something wrong with it, and so then my dad has to fix it before it can actually be used. But also sometimes, rarely these days, but sometimes I still do. I think I'm gaslighting myself about being neurodivergent because the only older sibling I have is my older brother, who is disabled with Down syndrome, so I only grew up with him as an influence. I don't know if that makes sense in text, but it does. And that is like, that is another thing like we were talking about the other day, where it's like, if you are thinking these things like alone in your room and you're not performing and there's no one else around, you're not making it up. You're not lying about it. You're not doing it for attention. Which does make it a little bit difficult when sometimes when you are... Hi, Anna, I love you. When you are, like, set off by things that are, like, usually an outside thing, like noise or people interrupting you or something like that. Yeah, that can, like, play into it where you feel like, if I'm all by myself, everything is fine. I'm fine. And then as soon as something else comes in, it disrupts, like, what you're doing. I don't know. It's very complicated. Also, hi, username. I love you. I hope you're doing well. What if I want to make myself think I'm interesting? I don't know how to help you with that one. It has almost been the 2 hours that I designated this stream to be. We are 30 minutes away from 2 hours and I have not read a single fucking word. I think we might just have to give up on the reading. Tonight might just be a chat night. Also, late happy birthday to Anna, everyone. Everybody make sure that you wish Anna a late happy birthday. Anna did have to go to the doctor for their birthday, which kind of sucks. So everybody make sure that you wish Anna a happy birthday. Today is just the yapping day. Yep. You've been reading chat. That should count. You're right. You're right, username. I've gotten fancy donuts today. Fancy donuts? Please tell us about the fancy donuts. That sounds really good. I haven't had donuts in so long. We used to go, my family used to go and get donuts on Saturday mornings, like really often, like every couple of weeks. And then my mom went on keto and we stopped doing that. I have to convince myself that I'm not gaslighting myself because I literally cannot go outside without my noise canceling earphones or I will die. Neurotypicals could never. Yep. That's like when you started playing the, like, what was that, fourth episode of Alan Wake, and he's like all hungover and all of the lights are really shiny and he can hear the buzzing of the lights and stuff, and you're like, what the fuck do you mean this is what happens when people are hungover? This is just my everyday life. This is just shit I deal with. I can hear, what do you mean you can't hear electronics buzzing? What do you mean you can't constantly hear a small ringing sound? Maybe that's just me. The fancy donuts are these more cake style donuts, and they have a donut that has a thick brown butter and salt glaze. on this soft, amazing donut, and if you eat one of these donuts, God will come down and tell you you were always his favorite. Do you have any of those to share? I feel like we could all hear that. We could all do with hearing that. When I have a hangover, I am literally just violently ill. That is it. I have never been hungover because I work really, really hard not to be sick. So I have thought to myself long, long ago that it feels silly to me to think about drinking alcohol and then causing that to happen. I have gotten lightly tipsy before, and that is as far as I have gone. And even then, my stomach hurt just a little bit because I was really stressed about moving, and the alcohol was kind of heavy. And then my stomach hurt anyway, but I wasn't actually sick. Ugh. Disgusting. Never been hungover, but that's because I'm a major lightweight, so it does not take me much to get drunk. Yeah, the most that I have had is like wine cooler. I had like 3 like small cups of free really cheap beer at one point, and that was what made my stomach hurt that one time. I'm neurotypical, brings noise canceling headphones to the club. Real. Oh yeah, I'm so normal. I'm gonna go out and be normal. I've gotta wear my noise canceling headphones. Never been hungover, so maybe I just didn't notice. Yeah, that is the interesting thing, is that most people are different with how they how much they drink to be able to become hungover, or because like hungover is not a great time, I will say. I've never been hungover, but it sounds like a very terrible time. Y'all are lucky if I get lightly tipsy. I'm down for the count for the next 2 to 4 weeks. I remember like one time Kier, I can't remember if Kier had wine or a treat of some kind, but I just remember her like joining VC, going like, "What's up, dude?" and then passing the fuck out. Very drunk. Okay. That one time you had some wine cooler and then cried over Nico. Listen, she is just a baby. Only been hungover when I took some grass and then did like 3 shots. Oh, yeah. You know what? I get that. I am now playing with the little holder that I use to hold my tablet when I do my reading streams. And I hope you guys can't hear me playing with it. I need to get an actual fidget toy so that I stop just messing with random things or picking on the skin on my hands. I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna break that thing if I keep messing with it. That kind of fucking hangover is something else, dude. I'm not sure I want to know. I remember being very drunk this time last year and locking myself in the pub bathroom just to say hi to the fruits on VC. Yeah. I feel like I remember that. I also remember you drinking something and Fanta, and then looping in Dead by Daylight, and then you're like, oh, I'm so good at this game. And you are, don't you not get me wrong. It's just very funny that you do that. You want to get drunk together one night? I'll be the designated voice chat driver. I can't drink anymore. This is so sad. I've never really liked drinking. The most that I do is like a little bit of rum in some soda, and that is it. My dad got really into making like those fun drinks, like pina coladas and stuff like that, and he would come in and ask me if I wanted some, and I would be like, yeah, I want some. Can you do it without any alcohol? And he's like, that's just ice cream. And I'm like, yeah. And then he goes, okay, sure. And then he makes a pina colada without alcohol. I love alcohol, and you know what? That's valid. I personally don't like it. I've had people in the past be like, you're no fun, you don't drink alcohol. And I'm like, you guys can drink alcohol. I have no issue with that. Just please don't get drunk enough that you throw up on me. That is all that I ask. That is all I ask. Because I am emetophobic. One thing I remember from that night is me calling Pyramid Head, Ghostface, and Michael Myers. You know, you had the correct like idea for it being a licensed killer. So at least you did have a ring of truth. Oh yeah, ice cream, tasty. Miles, you're no fun because you you're not no fun because you don't drink. You're no fun because you look at me like I'm a weirdo when I say I want to fuck stale white men. Am I wrong though? You're like, oh yeah, look at this guy, and I'm like, that looks like a rat that suddenly became a man. Disney style. That guy looks like he has mold growing on him. I'm like, really? That guy? And Anna's like, yes. I'm like, okay. Of course, then, you know, I have my type where Anna sees the list of Coral Island love interests and goes, yes, Miles is going to pick that one. And I went, fuck. You're right. God damn it. Literally picked out Mark day one and was like, yep. That one is the one that Miles is gonna pick. That's my man. Oh my god. Can't wait to make NPCs of all the people y'all find attractive. That's definitely gonna be a time. That's gonna be a time. Joke's on you, Kier. I don't even think I have a type. Yeah, I was gonna say you like scrunkly little guys. Maybe you don't find them like attractive. I'm gonna throw a wizard at you. It's gonna be fuck, what rhymes with Gale? It's gonna be Gale's twin, separated at birth. Kale. He's gonna be a wizard that's just like really, really into health drinks and smoothies. His name is Kale. That's to figure it out. I have two types, either puppy vibed or daddy issues or both. It's the both that's concerning. He's a vegan. And he's gonna be awkward and he's gonna be kind of a nerd and you're gonna be like, and then fall in love with him. Not to spoil anything, but Mistra does exist in our world. I am looking direct. Can we kill her? Can we fight her with Kale? We're gonna pick up Kale and we're gonna go, no, what do you mean? That's where I realized I just leaned like really close to my microphone. I'm sorry if that sounded weird. I was getting a little bit too in the conversation. Imagine you're the goddess of magic and you get your shit rocked by a little kitty. Get your shit rocked by a zoo. The only humanoid actually like are the gnome and the elf. And then there's just like a goat man, a giant lizard, a small cat, a raven. Honestly, as soon as you mentioned that there was a satyr, I was like, he's gonna pick that. The man is nothing if not on brand. Go with the raven. Fuck you, Mistra. Literally. I did think it was very cool that when Cam was playing with the lo-fi, the Spirit City, he basically made what he looks like when I asked him to make the Stardew PNGs for when we were going to do the raft day. It literally looks almost exactly like that. Or when just fucking sitting there doing grave cleric shit against Mistra. Honestly, sounds like a good time. Yeah, I feel like a little bit silly having my character be a character that I originally made in Baldur's Gate, but also I have written like 800 plus words of lore about this man and like backstory. He has become more than just from Baldur's Gate. I am now second guessing, thinking that he is a grave cleric. Oh, please. Oh. I'm so excited for his lore. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I haven't exactly like decided how much and like how much of like his lore that I have with him in Baldur's Gate is going to transfer over, because I know that, you know, Baldur's Gate doesn't exist and I don't want him to be like a direct copy, but I have like some ideas, because my idea for him is that he has lived like well beyond a normal Dragonborn's lifespan because of the divine power that he has. And so I'm just like trying to kind of like figure out exactly how that is. And I know that Dragonborn are also very, very like clan family dedicated, so I'm like trying to Trying to like actually work that into how Woodrow is, because I kind of a little bit ignored it because I just made him a soldier in Baldur's Gate. And I still kind of like the idea of that, but I don't know. He is in fact a grave cleric. I did not misremember. Why do you think your shovel is a grave digger thing? You already have an idea for that? Nice. I sometimes think of ideas and then I think, well, what if that is too run-of-the-mill? Too normal. Listen, I am a dingus. Yeah, me too. Hey, Anna, what? If you like it, then it's perfect. No! Not if I made it. If I made it, then it's garbage. What are you gonna say to that, I remember that Travis Willingham created Grog is be big and smash things and have no brain. Microwaving me. Honestly, I wouldn't mind that too much. That is a stereotypical barbarian. I know that it doesn't actually matter, and doing things that aren't like extremely new and breathtaking is okay, but I like being unique, and sometimes I think of things and I'm like, I feel like everybody's done that, you know? So then I want to like do something new, and I'm like, there's nothing new. Microwave. I love how you just said that, like you're pointing at the microwave, like microwave, and I'm like, microwave again. As I like trudge over to the microwave, and then you like slam the door behind me, like I'm being punished. I am your DM, and I can make your lore extensive if you really want to. Oh, whoa. Mine is just a silly prompt Anna gave me one time on VC. Honestly, I feel like that is probably one of the best things. I will say that the original idea behind Woodrow stemmed just from the fact that there was just a really scuffed up kind of looking like coloring for one of the Dragonborn, like the black Dragonborn coloring. It like he looks all like scuffed up, like he's like really old, and I was like, oh my god, what if I make him like a little grandpa? And then me and Anna were like talking about it back and forth, and he was just too adorable, and then he took over my entire brain. Honestly, that is probably one of the things that I like the most about like this whole thing, is just like, and like making characters and talking about you guys with it. And like I've talked to Anna so much about character stuff over time because I am insane, and Anna is usually there holding my hand while we are insane together. It's just kind of like going back and forth about things and like kind of like feeding off of each other and setting things up for a character. Hubby Buttgun. Thank you so much, Buzzbot. Anyway, I love how we have almost gotten to 2 hours now, and I have done no reading. This was supposed to be a reading stream. I'm so fucking excited. Honestly, just hanging out with you guys is a lot of fun all the time. Yap stream, yeah. Honestly, I don't understand how some people can stop talking while they're streaming. Like, even without like people actively chatting to me, I am always just like talking about some random shit that's I've been doing or that I want to do, or like I'm talking about what I'm doing in the game. I just simply don't shut the fuck up. And one of these days, I'm gonna actually stream Baldur's Gate again. And then you guys will know that I will never shut up. I have an idea of a location for your guy, but I want you to help me make it. Oh, well. As best kind, though, love to hear you talking all the time. Except for the fact that my throat hurts. Been talking like every day this week. And now I'm like dying. I am dying dead because I am talking too much. I feel like I mask so much when I stream. I fucking hate it. Oh no. I'm sorry, Sari. Do know that we love you and we will listen to you. I hope you know that when the time comes, I will be commissioning you for our little guys for our campaign. Honestly, Rev's art is so good. I always love watching Rev's like art streams and stuff. Cause like, what do you mean you can just like have a blank canvas and just create something out of your own mind? Like, what do you mean? Rev is so good at farts. Yeah, that too. I am doing my heckin' best, my dude. Okay, good. It is very important to us, Rev, that you are taking care of yourself and feeling better. Love making art. Yeah. I've never been one for like art and like drawing and stuff like that. I know that it is not all like natural born skill. It's dedication and learning and evolving and doing all of those things, but I've never been good at drawing. I still have to do a drawing stream as part of my incentives from my birthday subathon last year. And I have like this idea where I'm going to do like tiny little commissions where I like have like a little redeem in the redeems where somebody can be like, hey, draw me a sun, and I'll be like, oh, okay, and then I'll make a really shitty looking little sun with like the little spikes that stick out, you know, like kids do. We'll sit you down to do an art stream. I've been looking at like some of those drawing tablets that you can get from Amazon. I understand that they're probably not very good. I get that. However, they're cheap. So I have been thinking about that. I've been thinking about that for literally over a year. And I'm like, well, I should probably do it eventually. I still technically have not found Coco. Oh, ads are gonna start. You know what? I'm gonna snooze that. And we might find someone to raid, because my throat is getting a little bit rough, a little bit scratchy. And while I love chatting with you guys, I want these streams to be about 2 hours long anyway, so we might find somebody to raid already. I know you guys came here for the trans agenda, and you got the trans agenda by me and Sari and Anna and Mal all being here. We are the trans agenda. Trans agenda. Let's see who's on. Because my throat is a little bit rough. Okay. I see someone we can go into. Hey, I wasn't expecting to be spoken to. Well, get used to it. Joke's on you, idiot. We came here because we love you. That's kind of gay. Okay, so I have somebody that we can raid that's playing Dead by Daylight, which I know we don't like Dead by Daylight that much. However, I haven't raided this person in a while. There is someone else that is apparently making a game. Get shit on butts / pause. Well, you know, technically, I feel like that would just be like a sign that you should probably clean up. I was waiting for your stream. I appreciate that, and I appreciate all of you guys showing up and hanging out and supporting me while I've been trying out this new schedule and everything. I have been having a lot of fun with it, and I've been thinking about taking Thursday off during the week, but also I have so many games I want to play and so many things I want to do, and I've been having so much fun, and doing like an actual entire week of streams might be helping me like actually stay on a schedule by just streaming every day. And I don't know. Yeah, I think we're gonna go to the person playing Dead by Daylight. They basically just, you know, kind of started, so. I love you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. We're gonna raid Duck Braden, who we have not raided into in a while. He's playing Dead by Daylight. He's playing Saga Anderson, which I have to respect. I knew it, yeah. I have to respect the Saga Anderson. So that's where we're gonna go. If you're not following, Braden already plays a lot of Dead by Daylight, but he's been doing also some variety here and there. If you guys wanted to do a Limes raid with the Arrive, or with Cat Kiss, or with Dino Dance, or with Cool Cat, or with Pop Nemo, or with Kapow, Popcorn, whatever emote you wanted to use, I don't really mind whatever you do. Or if you wanted to keep lurking, then that is cool as well. If you have been around in Duck Dan's community, you might have seen Braden around. But anyway, I love you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Sorry I didn't actually read anything at all tonight, even though it was labeled as a reading stream. We just ended up talking shit for 2 hours, which was really fun, actually. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Join the Discord if you would like to know more about when I go live and what I'm doing. I'm already running out of time, but that is the best place to get to know what I'm doing. Follow Brayden if you are not already. Okay, love you guys.